Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, The Engineering Essence. So today we are going to discuss a very common interview problem from Leetcode called contains duplicate. As you can see here, it is an easy Leetcode problem, as mentioned in the tag. So the problem statement is we have an array of integers and we have to return true if we got at least twice the element in the array. Okay, and we have to return false if every element is distinct. Means let's say we have an example here. So the array contains 2 times 1, so that's why the output should be 2. And as you can see the second example, the element whatever it is present in the array is distinct, so that's why it's false. So so this is one of those problems that looks straightforward, but interviewers use it to test how you think about efficiency. So now let's talk about the best approach. Okay, the brute force way would be comparing every element, okay, with every other element. Okay, so but that would be take order of n square time, which is not efficient for large array. Okay, so if it for comparing two times, we have to use two for loops. So it will yield order of n square complexity, time complexity. So instead of this, the optimal solution is to use a hash set. We will use HashSet to optimize the solution. Where we are going to use HashSet, as a HashSet allows us to check if an element already exists in it in a constant time, order of 1. So that's why we are going to use HashSet to solve this question. Okay, so the solution approach would be like as we iterate through the array. Okay, what we need to do, we check if the element is already exist in the set or not. Okay, if it is exist, then we immediately return true, and if it is not, then we add it to the set and continue. So let's see if I iterate through the example here, it is mentioned here. So first we will take an empty hash set, and we will try to check whether it is the first element means 1 already exists in the hash set or not. The hash set is an empty hash set in the initial phase, so it does not contain any element and it will store simply this one. Our algorithm says to, if it is not exist in the hash set, we store the element. Second time it will go to 2 and check if it is whether it is exist in the hash set or not. So it is not, so it will store 2 in the hash set. For this one same, and once it is come to this element like 1, as it is already like checked it here. So once it is checking like whether it has whether this element and means 1 it exists in the hash set or not, so it will check, and yeah, the 1 is already exist in the as a first place here, so it will immediately return true. So this way we will got the answer here. So this way we only need the one pass through the array, making the time complexity order of n and space complexity also order of n in the worst case. So guys, we are going to solve this problem. So yeah, so we are going to take an hash set here. So set of integers. Okay, we will name it as set new hash set. Okay, we will iterate through the array, our array whatever it is present here. So the int num from nums, we will check first what we need to check. We check whether the set already contains the element like num or not. So let's check if okay, so we check if it is not contains. Okay, so the num, then only what we do, we will do like this set dot add. Okay, we will simply add this num, and as it does not contains the element, otherwise we have to return true, because if it is contain the element, then we immediately have to return the true, and if it is exit from that loop, we will just return false here, nothing else. Let's understand this solution by taking an example like the first example that we have here, so that you have a clear vision for the approach what we are going to use. So the first element, like we will create an hash, we will create an hash set here, and we have an element 1. Okay, so first in the loop we will get 1 here. Okay, so once it is come inside it, it will check the set already contain one or not. As it is an empty has set and it does not have an element, so it will simply pass this condition and store the element inside the set. Okay. Then the second element, the number, the second iteration, it will get 2 in the num, and it again check this condition, and again it will like pass the condition, and it store this element in the set because 2 is already not exist in the head set. Similarly, it will do for 3 as well because it is already not stored in the head set. Once it is reached to this element, mean 1, it will check here, like it will like say no, it is already contains. Okay, so this condition will false because it is already contains. It will goes to here. Immediately it will return true. Okay, immediately it will return true. So we'll get our output as true here. So let's check our solution whether it is successfully passing the test cases or not. So let's check. So you can see that all three cases is passed here. So I submitted the solution, and yeah, it is passed this, all the test cases, and yeah, it is showing the time complexity. I mean, the time taken by this solution is 10 milliseconds and beats 99.72%. So guys, that wraps up today's lecture on the Leetcode problem. If you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you again.